Fast barriers.
This is the Ulster we perhaps know best, a small corner of the world torn apart by years and years of a political, religious civil war. It is a war that some feel will never end. It is a conflict that has passed from one generation to the next.
But it's not just religion, it's not just because you're Protestant. I mean, just because you're of a different religion, it doesn't matter. But it's what your politics are, and then they, you know, it's what starts the fighting.
We have a beautiful country too, it's just that it's a pity that none of us get on quite as well as what you do.
But this is also Northern Ireland, crisp breezes off the Irish Sea and green pastures that make this land the Emerald Isle. Northern Ireland is a land of contrast, of British and of Irish, of Catholic and Protestant, of peace and violence. This is Royal Victoria Hospital near the center of Belfast. Inside, behind those walls, soldiers are patrolling corridors carrying semi-automatic machine guns to make sure there's no trouble. And there is good reason to worry. In the past, inside the hospital, soldiers and civilians have been assassinated. Northern Ireland has been at war with itself for hundreds of years over British influence here. Britain controls this land now. Many Catholics want the Brits out, but Protestants of British heritage want them to stay. Over the years, religious differences have led to prejudice in housing, employment, education. This is the present and perhaps the future for Northern Ireland teens. This week, we'll hear from some of those teens about life in Belfast and their hopes for peace. We'll also hear from one Milwaukee couple visiting Belfast and involved in the Ulster Project.
There are two countries here, and the fact that this is a very British dominated area, and I didn't really realize that. I guess that's an admittance of my own lack of knowledge.
We'll see the real Belfast this week and find out if the Ulster Project is breaking Belfast barriers. Denise Calloway in Belfast, News 4 Tonight.